everyone and welcome to the next video of Transport Info. In this short video I'm going to explain you how to enter a country code when you cross the border. Before we do that, I have to explain the regulation first. So let's take a quick look on the regulation word by word. From 2nd of February 2022, the driver shall also enter the symbol of the country that the driver enters after crossing a border of a member state at the beginning of the driver's first stop in the member state. That first stop shall be made at the nearest possible stopping place at or after the border. Where the crossing of the border of a member state takes place on a ferry or train, the driver shall enter the symbol of the country at the port of station of arrival. Now, I have a map here just to explain. That's the ferry crossing, but first just let's see a border crossing. So the point is, when you cross the border, okay, when, for example, you drive from Germany to Holland, this is Venlo. The first place to stop is this parking space. That's the old border actually. So the custom is here. So that's the first point, that's the first place you can stop after the border. The border is here. So this is the case when you leave Germany and you arrive to Netherlands. And in this place you have the right actually, and you have the possibility to enter the code. And I just want to mention one problem, as we have some devices, I'm talking about tachograph devices, when the tachograph cannot record two begin countries. Just let's take a look on a tachograph. This is a simulator and I just want to explain it, what's the problem. Some of the tachograph, it just turned out, some of the tachograph cannot record two begin countries in a row. So I push the OK button, then places, OK, no, no, begin place. You can see begin and end place. And if we stick with the current case, like we started in Germany and we go to Netherlands, then the first begin place was Germany. Somewhere in Germany you started your day and you entered the country code Germany. So that was the first begin place. And now most of the experts says all you have to do at the border, just enter a begin place again. And if you can do that, just do that, that's not a problem, but you have to check your own devices. I mean, you have to check your tachograph. The best way to check it, just make a printout and you can see the country code is there or not. And if not, then probably the problem is that particular tachograph cannot record two begin place in a row. And if this is the case, you have to record first an end place. So you have to finish your journey there, and then you have to start with the begin place again. If we stick with the current case, as I mentioned before, so we started in Germany, we arrived to Venlo, we stop here, we have to enter a country code Germany as an end country, and we have to start and we have to enter another code as a begin country and that will be Netherlands. On the tachograph, just let's take a look on the tachograph. So you started your day somewhere in Germany. That was a begin place. And you go to Venlo, and you have to record Germany as an end place. And on the same place in Venlo, you have to record a begin place, and that will be Netherlands. But again, that's only the case if your device, that particular tachograph, cannot record two begin places in a row. Otherwise, if you enter only Netherlands as a begin place, that will do. So that's okay. And now jump back to the regulation, where the rule says where the crossing of the border of a member state takes place on a ferry or train, the driver shall enter the symbol of the country at the port or station of arrival. Let's take a look on the maps. Let's say you crossing from Calais to Dover. It's very simple. So you coming from France and you heading to UK. In this case, as the regulation said, at the border or after, the first place after the border. So the first place after the border is Dover, and this is the station of arrival. So when you arrive to Dover, you can enter the country code GB, and that's it. You have done. So it's simple as that. And now I'm going to show you how to enter country codes. First, VDO Siemens tachograph, and second, Stoneridge, a real Stoneridge tachograph. This is the VDO Siemens tachograph. First of all, I have to call the main menu, and I'm going to do that with this arrow up button, and then I push OK, and see, this is driver 1, no. Printout vehicle, no. Entry driver 1, that's the one. So push OK, and now you have begin country. So when you arrive to Venlo, you have to change the country. So you have to enter a country code, and that will be, according to the case, that will be Netherlands. So I push OK again, and I have to find Netherlands in this menu. Finally, we have NL. This is Netherlands. So I just push the OK button again, and the country code has been stored. So you can go back and leave main menu, yes, and that's all. And you can keep driving. So you are in Netherlands now. The country code has entered. So that's the job. That's it. And now let's take a look on Stoneridge tachograph. First, we have to call the main menu, and we can do that with the OK button, and then down to places, and then push the OK button again. Out of scope, no. Ferry train, no. Begin place, okay, here is the begin, and if you go further, then that's the end place. So back, and the point is, again, if you arrive to Venlo, of course you have to enter the country code. You have to enter the country code Netherlands. So I push OK, and now we have to find Netherlands again in this menu. Here we are, and if you have it, you push OK. Change is saved, and you go back, and that's it. Done. But again, in case of your own tachograph, that particular tachograph in the truck cannot record 2 begin countries in a row, then you have to enter the end country and then the begin country. And if you want to do that, again, we have to call the main menu. Okay. So we go down to places again, and here is the end and the begin place. So if you arrived to Venlo, so let's stick with the current case. If you arrive to Venlo, the end place still Germany. So we have to find Germany here. Germany here. Okay. Change is saved. And now you have to go back the begin place. Okay. And then Netherlands again. Okay. And change is saved. And you go back to the main menu, and that's it. And I have to say again, this is the case if your tachograph cannot record 2 begin countries in a row, and you can check it with a printout. Just make a printout and you can check the country codes.
And finally, I'm going to teach you how to review whether your country code has been stored in your tachograph or not. You can see 2 printouts here, because the best way to review the country codes has been stored is to create a printout. You can create a vehicle printout. Also, you can create a printout about the driver. It doesn't really matter. And on the left side you can see a VDO printout. On the right side you can see a Stoneridge printout. And if you go down here, you will see the country codes. And here is the case when your tachograph cannot enter the 2 begin countries in a row. So in the same time, when I left Germany, and of course I arrived to Holland, I just entered the code Germany when I left the country, and in the same time at the border I arrived to Holland, so I also entered the code Holland in the tachograph. And that's the way you can do that if your tachograph cannot record the 2 begin countries in a row. And one more thing, guys, I would like to remind you, this regulation is in force already, and the competent authorities have been started the controls. So, and the fines could be high. So if you scroll down, it's a fresh news about the fines. 250, 125, 750, that's for the company. 375, it's very expensive. So, as I used to say, keep your money in your wallet. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video.